Okay, so I want to do a video about something a bit more specific. So this is a pattern that you might recognise in pop culture. People saying like this kind of view, there's alcohol is the sort of really bad drug, and other drugs are actually fine. You know, if anything, alcohol's the drug that should be banned, should be illegal. I'm not here to dispute the damage that alcohol does to society or to your health or to anything. That's really not what I'm here to do, guys. I mean, I think alcohol's terrible. And the way I'm living my life at the moment without it is just, it's wonderful, you know. And I do admit that at the same time, I do admit I have some kind of bias towards alcohol. Never been massively into drugs. I've dabbled here and there. I've never really been a weed guy. Weed's just not really gone down the right hole with me. And I've been quite sort of reserved about other drugs. You know, I'd love to say, because I was really aware of their damaging properties, but I think a lot of it was just my own sort of reluctance to try new things. You know, so I'm not claiming that I can see all sides of, you know, I do have some kind of bias to alcohol. But I don't know, it annoys me a bit when people say that, like, it's the worst drug. I mean, I just think, yeah, is it like a bad drug? Yes. Is it worse than cocaine? Really? Like, I don't know, it's something I'm open-minded enough to see that could be the case. But I think, you know, I'm not just going to freely say yes to that. I think it's a bit of a stupid thing to do. I just think, yeah, I do still think that it's a different ballpark. Now, do some drugs have like healing qualities that alcohol doesn't have? Yes. I mean, you know, the sort of psychedelics, it's a big conversation to have there about how therapeutic stuff like mushrooms is, or LSD. I mean, LSD maybe not so much, but you know, or ecstasy, stuff like that. You know, I mean, I don't really know too much about it, but I'm quite willing to admit the good stuff that can come from that sort of stuff. But I just think people, like, the idea that doing a bag of Kets on a night out is somehow healthy, and drinking 4 cans of beer at a pub, or well, 4 pints of beer at a pub, you know, like, which is really worse, you know, like, I don't know, I think people have lost their heads a bit. And the other thing is, what I'm getting to, is like, the kind of people who'll sit there and say, like, oh, alcohol is the worst drug, you know, they still drink. Like, I've never met someone who really says that and doesn't drink. And I mean, that might sound weird, but I think it makes perfect sense. And it's because the real reason people say that is because it makes them feel better. Because if you're shoving like several racks of ketamine down your nostril every evening, then the idea that the two bottles of Stella Artois that you had before that is the real problem, because that's something you're less attached to. So anyway, that's what I think. Maybe it's a bit of a stupid video to make, but I think there's something in this. So yeah, let me know what you think.